As someone who has taken $1 to $2,000 and also $5 to $24,000, I'll be showing you how to take $30 to $60,000. Literally everything you need to know to do that. Like take crazy numbers, do crazy numbers, and flip crazy every week. How you do this is firstly you want to start selling, but why should you sell at this point here? That's what you should be asking yourself, because if you sell at any point, you are going to lose your account. You can see I'm almost at 50% drawdown. This is very very risky. This is very very risky. That's why you need to watch this video totally to the end so you can know what the secret. Because if you fumble like 50% or 70%, then you are going to lose your money at the end of the day. So you have to know all the secrets. So why did I sell at this point? This is one strategy. This strategy, you want to make sure there's either a fair value gap below. Like this is a must. If there's no fair value gap below your zone, look, your zone, there's not going to be any drop. Why? Because fair value gaps act like magnets to gravitate price to a downward direction. It's as if it's the fair value gap pulls price down. We can see that price is already reducing, my loss is already reducing, because one, there's fair value gap below. So you want to mark that fair value gap very swiftly, and then you want to expect a further drop around that point there that will eventually target that imbalance there. It is very very complicated, but this is another thing you have to look for, because all this stuff will change your life if you can just master it. Secondly, you want to wait for price to create like a resistance zone. It is very very important. Then you mark it, showing that price will not get above that point. So that you just use that point as your stop loss. Like you are literally risking all the $30 on this trade. That's it. The first trade, you have to risk all your freaking money in it, because if you don't risk it, dude, you're still going to be in poverty at the end of the day. You are still going to lose that money in other things. You are still going to use it to buy bills, to pay bills. You are going to use it to buy all those things you don't need to impress broke people. So you need to risk everything. Set your targets. One should not be that far. The second one should be far. And then you're done. That's it. You can see the profit is already coming. But as soon as the profit is coming, you don't want to get too happy, because it can just reverse at any time. So you need to take a step back and be like, whoa, this thing I can lose at any point in time and stuff like that, and then just like keep some babes behind you to massage your body, in case that happens, in case price goes up later or in case it drops. You see, that's how you think like a trader. You don't want to be like too attached to the outcome of things. Never be, as in, this is very important, never think you have made that money until you close your trade. That means you should always think you have lost that money until you close your trade. You understand? So that you want to be waiting for price to like drop to that point there, because that's like a demand zone at that point there. If price gets to that demand zone, it's over. It will just spike up and start going up. And then if your position isn't closed at that point in time, dude, you are gonna lose all your freaking money. Money that you're supposed to use to take your account to like $100 or so. And you can see I closed at this point here because 20 pips profit running here, and I'll just use one confluence, which is very risky. And for this second trade, you can see like I literally brutalize this thing, because from this trade I wanted to really get money from this trade like crazy. So I had to make sure I'm not trading one confluence, because one confluence can just spike 10, 50, 15, 20 pips. But that trade with insane confluence can go like 100, 200 pips, 30, no, 50 pips, something like that. And if you look at this trade, you can see there was a support zone. This is one of the best confluence you can ever use to trade. One, it must have a breaker block. A breaker block. So you want to wait for price to like shoot up. You must have a breaker block. And you can see this kind of confluence happen very fast. You can see that the move is already happening. It's crazy. It's crazy. As you just get the confluence, you just get the entry, this thing will start moving ASAP. So you want to expect price to target this point here, utilize those two entry. You can TP at the first or the second point, and you can see the spike was already on, like it's crazy. And if you look at this point here, that was something like a breaker block there. I was contemplating to like give it another entry there, because that was a liquidity grab where price comes down below your zone to grab liquidity and then go up, and voila, you can see I was already up profit over like $800, like it's crazy, all from $30. And then when price got to that my target there on lower time frame, I started spamming sales. Why did I spam sales like this? I'ma hit you up. Firstly, if you want to spam sales like this, you want to make sure your trade has a particular or fulfill a particular set of rules, which are: one, they must have a supply zone, or let's just say order block, because there was a break of structure there, one tiny break of structure. You can see, and this you see that other block was at literally 50% of that zone. Like if you look carefully, it was at 50%. So that's literally sniper entry at that point there. When you get that sniper entry, the dropping will happen very very fast. Just be looking at it, be zooming, look at it, you will see it will start happening just now. And if you look carefully, you can see that it was even rejecting from one kind of support zone there, rejecting from one kind of support zone there. So that's going to be our target at that point there, because clearly the trend was in a downtrend and you can see it was contemplating lost profit, something like that. This is how trading is. Don't be phased, just get two babes to 1 mil, to cool your mind by your side. It's very simple. Don't want to be doing this thing. At the end of the day, what is going to drop is going to drop. That's it. It's going to drop. So you want to follow the trend, and if you look carefully, you can see the trend was in a downtrend. That's why I was still selling. You can see, and the sale happened very very fast. It was at that demand zone. I knew that it was going to spike up if I did not TP now. So you can see I'm in profit of 2k. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. But this one is only one confirmation. You can see that's why it went only 10 pips. Look at it. It went only 10 pips. Might so those are risky trades, but the more confirmation, the better. Like if you look at this one there, I started selling at this point here. Why am I selling and knocking huge lot size on just this small trade here? One is because there was something like a breaker block there, or let me call it flip zone, yeah, whereby you see price going a certain way, then goes away, liquidate it, and then goes back. It's something like a liquidity gap, and then a retest at the point where the liquidity gap occurred, and then further drop. That's what we call a flip zone, or like something like a demand zone turning to a resistance zone. You understand? So I marked down my imbalance there. That was like my confidence, my second confidence that price is going to magnet to my downward target. It's going to drop. That's like two confidence again. So I set my target to that line there, set my second target there. You need to have like two targets. You need to have like two targets. You can't just have like one target. Like, you can have like one target, but why not get two? Because most of the time price will target that second one. I don't want to leave profit there. So you just have like two targets, and then when price gets to the first one, you can like take out some profit and then leave the trade to run. And you can see that's another flip zone there, a demand zone turning to a supply zone. That's like a flip zone. Then wait for retest, and then so the first confluence is a flip zone, the second confluence is imbalance, and then the third confluence is a flip zone on lower time frame, 1 minute or 5 minutes, and then bingo, you just knock better lot size, and then go. All signals were sent in the go, mind you. And if you look carefully, you can see that this supply zone there was rejected. You can see. So I'm expecting another rejection down there. But did that happen? Well, you're about to find out. So this is literally trading. If you cannot afford to lose this kind of amount of money, like risk huge amount of money, don't do this. Just be risking $1 and you'll be poor. While others keep bagging profit, those that can like risk a lot of money, they are going to bag a lot of money. It's very simple. When you know what you're doing, that's why you need to join the mentorship, so you can have absolute confidence on how you can do this. And then that's another supply zone. Like, when you know what you're doing, it all just come like a mundane tax. You just be like, oh, this is it. How many confidence do I have? Okay, so and so. And you do it. But when you don't have all the mentorship, like you don't know what you're doing, you just have 50% of my knowledge from YouTube. You might struggle at the beginning, and then one day you just break as ball. Why not just get everything at once with signal? And then when I flip $1 to 7k dollars, you do the same. It's very simple. Life not supposed hard. So that's liquidity point there. I'm expecting price to take it out. I'm expecting price to take it out. And but if you look at it, demand zone is very large, supply zone is very large there. But there's a catch. There was also imbalance below. That's literally a magnet to gravitate price to the lower direction. But this supply zone is huge. Like, damn, it's freaking huge, and my loss is already piling up like this. If you look at this trade, you can see I'm making some losses. But then you remember that then or there you can get lower entries on lower time frame, and then you just refine your entries there, and then you know that wow, your entries are now smaller. This is actually the reward for knowledge. Like, just look at how you find that huge supply zone to that tiny supply zone there. And at this moment in time, I was like having some issues with setting the stuff, so I just left it like that. You shall get the message. I was expecting price to sell from that point there, but did it sell? You're about to find out, because the plot twist was insane. Like, it's crazy. That's why you need to have truly trade confidence. Trade. I mean, only trade setups that have a lot of confidence. Like, if you look at this now, that was a liquidity grab confluence there. I was expecting price to reject from that point there. That was like four confluence in one trade. Like, it's crazy. Any trade that have like four confluence is bound to drop very, 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 very freaking aggressively. And that did happen there. You can see almost 300% on just this freaking trade. So at this moment in time, that's when you want to like close all your position, something like that, and then you want to move to the next trade sharp. After the next trade, more guys was at this demand zone there, so I literally lashed at this point. Mind you, why I'm able to do all this kind of stuff is because I have a bigger account, $100K account, whereby I trade my this thing conservatively. So all the profit that if I lose this account at this point in time, it's not going to move me, because I would have made profits on that my 100K account. Like, I would have made profits that is going to cover all these losses. That means if I lose 20K here, all this 20K, I would have already made profit on my 100K account that will cover up that 20K. So you can see this one, there was a support and then a demand zone at this point in time in this setup. That's like two freaking confirmation. Like, it's crazy. And also the third one, there was a break of freaking structure. Whenever there's a break of structure on your zone, that shows that the zone is a very, 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 very strong zone. And then that's my target there. And then you can see I was expecting price to like brutalize that point there, because if you look carefully, you can see there's something like a trend line liquidity there, and my entries were in line perfectly with that zone there. This is something we teach in the mentorship. This setup is literally the life changer. This is freaking gonna change your life. Like, it's crazy how much result I've achieved. And if you got value from this video, like, subscribe, and if you like to learn how to trade exactly like this and get results exactly like this, you can sign up for my signals and also my mentorship in the link in description. And I'll see you guys in my next video whenever it's coming. Peace.